They've struggled. They lost to Garden City 53-7 to open the year, and then a very good Palmer Ridge team and a very good Liberty team they lost to pretty big, and then lost to Garden City last night 54-11. It's a team that lost their top player from a year ago. I had it written down, and I can't find it on my notes here. I must have accidentally deleted it, but they had 5 different players that scored last night, make it 6. Lady DeAndrea, the sophomore, led him with 3 points. They scored 11 points last night. A team that's averaging just 15.5 points. They shoot at 32%, but their turnovers have been the issue. They average around 30 turnovers a game, and that's been likely the catalyst why they've struggled this year. But a new group out here, and they're looking to bounce back as well and try to maybe pull off a big win here today. They've never beaten Scott City in the series. This series all played in Scott City the first 5 games, and this is the first time it'll be on a neutral site. But Scott City is 17-10 all time against Colorado schools. They've won 11 straight against the Centennial State opponents. They're 5-0 in this matchup with the Cougars of Coronado that started back in 2018, played 2019, then of course the COVID year 2020, and then 21, 22, 23. Last year was a 62-32 victory for Scott City. Lady Beavers out-rebounded Coronado 31-20 in that game, and different Lady Beavers scored in that victory up in Scott City. But a new year, different matchup here this afternoon, and a new coach, of course, on Scott City sideline there with Justin Froh. He was an assistant last year, but now the head coach here for the Lady Beavers. But this is a team that Scott City will be facing. Derry Hakes averages 4 points a game. They also have Astoria Spradlin. I remember her from last year. She's a senior. She averages just under 4 points a game as well for the Coronado Lady Cougars. And it looks like they were 6-9. Looks like they suited up about 9 players here today here in Garden City. Their final game will be tomorrow against Altus, and then they'll head back to Colorado for the rest of their season there. And they'll have, I believe, conference play in that 6A. Go to Holcomb next Friday, and that'll be the pre-Christmas schedule for Scott City. So not a lot of big travel over the next 7 to 8 days. It's either to Finney County or in Scott City for the next 3 or 4 games here for Scott City before the pre-Christmas break, and then they'll go to Cimarron on the 7th of January. So good schedule here. Scott City can get a win here today, maybe get another one tomorrow, and get a winning weekend here. That would be big for their confidence here with the big stretch with 2 league schools. Of course, this year in the GWAC, everybody is playing each other twice, so every game counts toward the league standings this year. That's different this year. So it's first time that everybody's going to be playing each other twice, so that helps out the scheduling. When you take out the tournaments, there's 2 tournaments of 3 games, so that's 6 games, and then you get the 12 league games, and then you got to find 2 non-conference teams. And so Scott City's played one of those 2 non-conference games here. All right, so with that being said, let's step aside for our final break, and we'll come back with starters, keys of the game, and the opening tip-off. After this timeout, this is Beaver Basketball.
At Axis Seed Red Barn, we're committed to dialing in the data for your farming success. Our corn hybrids offer exceptional drought tolerance and impressive ear flex, ensuring a profitable harvest. Proudly local, yet backed by a national brand, we deliver top-tier seeds with a personal touch. And as always, we're here to support our community, cheering on the Beavers. Axis Seed, where data meets dedication.
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
BBN is brought to you by Shapland Real Estate, State Farm, Norder Supply Incorporated, Ag Management Services, Bogomore Family Farms, White's Food Liner, Scott Community Foundation.
Red Barn Enterprises is proud to offer Meristem crop performance products, including throttle. These innovative products help reduce fertilizer waste and boost your crop's performance, ensuring healthier plants and better yields. Committed to our community, we proudly support Scott County Athletics. Choose Red Barn Enterprises and Meristem crop performance products to enhance your farm's efficiency.
Scott City and Leota. Scott City's the visitors on the scoreboard. Justin Froh in his first season, assisted by Trisha Good and Matt Fox. It'll be Kendall Gentry. First time playing as an 18-year-old. It is her birthday today. 5'5" senior at 6.5 points, 3 rebounds a game. Mackenzie Metzger. She is a 5'6" senior at 8 points and 3.5 boards a game. Chris Irvin, the 5'5" junior at 6 points, 2.5 rebounds a game. Also, Avery Lewis, a 5'9" senior at 5.5 points, 3.5 boards. And Megan Trout, the 5'10" senior at 10.5 points, 7.5 rebounds. Kendall Gentry, Mackenzie Metzger, Chris Irvin, Avery Lewis, and Megan Trout. For Coronado, coached by John Coder in his second season. Assisted by Jenny Coder, Carrie Lays, Pierre Sanders, and Kylie Strickland. Tatiana Gonzalez is a junior. She has 3 points and 5 boards entering the weekend. Kenna White, the senior, at 2.3 points and 2 boards. Elsie Walker, she is a freshman, had 2 points last night, her first points of the year. Astoria Spradlin, the senior, at 3.7 points and 5 boards heading into the weekend. And Derry Hakes, the senior, at 4 points and 3.3 rebounds a game. Tatiana Gonzalez, Kenna White, also Elsie Walker, Astoria Spradlin, and Derry Hakes are your starting lineups here. We're already set to get going here. We'll get, was going to get the keys to the game here, but we'll get to that here. That's presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Tip is going to be controlled by Coronado, and we're underway. Keys to the game presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. First key for Scott City is just play your own game. But here is Coronado taking it strong to the rack, but stripped and stolen away. Early turnover. And here's Kendall Gentry, lead pass to Mackenzie Metzger. Jump stops up. She travels with it, and that'll be 1 turnover. Second key for Scott City. Apply the pressure here. Know where you're at on the defensive end. Rotate well. That would hurt Scott City last night. Those are your keys to the game. The Lady Beavers, once again, their navy blue tops with light blue numbers and letters and white trim. Coronado in their home white uniforms with the red numbers and letters and black trim. They got the red and black stripe. Pass is thrown away. Turnover number 2 in as many possessions. Here's Mackenzie Metzger taking it right to left. See it up top here. Right corner to Krista Irvin. She'll drive the right baseline. Cut off. Now Metzger, right wing, turns down the 3. Wanted to pull up for the 16-footer, but couldn't. Now Irvin drives in. Nice position for Trout. Puts it up and scores it. Trout with the first 2 points of the ball game here. 2-0 Lady Beavers here. 7:10 to go first quarter. Coronado trying to get it in. They just do to avoid a 5 count. Second straight game, these two teams playing with a shot clock. Scott City playing pressure. They almost get the tie-up, and they do. And that's 3 possessions and 3 turnovers forced by the Scott City Beavers. 3 turnovers. Oh, should be Scott City basketball. Okay, there we go. 2-0, first minute of this ball game. Scott City underneath. Here's Trout, goes to her left. She is fouled. She'll get 2 free throws. Good inbounds in by Scott City. And the Coronado fouls the first of the quarter. Astoria Spradlin, that is her first foul. She's one of their veteran players. And Trout at the line, where she is 54% on the year, had a big 14-point rebound or point performance last night. And she has all 3 of Scott City's points. 3-0, exactly 7 minutes to go first quarter. Second free throw pending, and that is also perfect. So 4-0 for the Lady Beavers here. 7 minutes exactly to go first quarter here from the Garden as Scott City continues to apply full court pressure. Almost get a turnover forced off the inbound. Tatiana Gonzalez, and that's going to be a foul on Scott City. That'll be on Krista Irvin. That'll be her first. A little bit too tight a defense there. Shot clock resets to 35. 6:57 to go in the first quarter, and then Scott City will back off into a half-court set. Apply a little pressure and almost get the steal out high. Tatiana Gonzalez, and there is a steal, and there's 4 turnovers and 4 possessions, and that'll be a foul on Tatiana Gonzalez. That is her first. Scott City with her second steal early on, leading 4-0. 6:50 remaining here in the opening period. So Mackenzie Metzger to triggered in right to the left of the Coronado bench to Lewis into Trout. Back out to Metzger for a right wing 3. The kick out is going to be good. Mackenzie Metzger, her 5th triple of the year. 6-0. You make that 7-0 for Scott City. And a steal, and Gentry scores. It's 9-0 with 6:37 to go. 5 possessions and 5 turnovers here in the first quarter forced by Scott City. Coronado trying to get it across, and it's intercepted by Avery Lewis to Kendall Gentry. Left side, it's 11-0. Timeout, Coronado. 6 turnovers, 6 possessions. Gentry with 4, Trout with 4, Metzger with 3. 11-0 Lady Beaver surge here as they are a perfect 4 for 4 from the floor with 6:23 to go here in the first quarter. A 30-second timeout taken here by the Coronado Lady Cougars. Basketball presented here today by Ag Management Services, American Implements, B&H Paving, Bartlett Grain, Beavertown FFL, Beef Belt, Burning Farm, Shells, Flowers, and more, Circle C Farms, Clint's Diesel Repair, DeKalb Bear, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh and Berta Benz. Also, Fairleigh Companies, First National Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker. So 11-0 Scott City out to a hot start. Coronado is yet to attempt a shot. Scott City has forced 6 turnovers, and they are perfect 4 of 4 from the field and 2 of 2 at the line. Out of the 32nd Coronado timeout, they'll inbound it. Scott City's going to continue with the full court pressure. They'll get it in left corner, and it's going to be stolen away. And then a foul. That'll be on Kenna Whites. That'll be her first. And Metzger with the theft that time. 7th turnover and 7 possessions. Already 3 team fouls on Coronado here in the first quarter. Scott City will inbound it underneath their own basket with 6:20 to go first period. Already up 11-0. Left corner to Kendall Gentry for a 3. Why not? Oh, just a little strong. But tracked down by Irvin in the corner. She's double-teamed, finds the short corner. Metzger pulls up, and too strong on that one. Right there's Gentry. Wrap around up top to Lewis, and Scott City will reset. Up top to Gentry. And now here is Irvin, short corner right. No, left it short. Scott City with 3 opportunities that time, and the rebound to Derry Hakes, the senior. 11-0 for Scott City. 5:50 to go here in the opening period of play. Out high with it, Tatiana Gonzalez. She'll drive down the middle, drives right side. Shot blocked by Trout. Stands her ground, and Metzger with the board. That's the first shot attempt there. Now down the court, here's Irvin. Bounce pass backside, Lewis. Layup good on the left side. 13-0 with 5.5 to go first quarter. And Coach Justin Froh is going to send 3 to the scorers table. Next dead ball, bounce pass in to Gonzalez and stolen away. Here's Irvin. Make it a 15-0 game. Irvin on the board, and all 5 starters have scored here for Scott City. And a whistle. And a kick and a violation there. It's going to still stay with Coronado. 5:15 to go first quarter. As I mentioned, it is Kaylee Felker, Katie Weathers, Piper Fox in for Scott City. As out will be Megan Trout, Krissa Irvin, and Mackenzie Metzger. Staying out there, it's Kendall Gentry, and a timeout for Coronado, and Avery Lewis stays out there. And this is going to be another 30-second timeout with 5:15 to go first quarter. Scott City already up 15-0 here. They have forced 8 turnovers and 9 possessions for Coronado. They've only attempted 1 shot. And Scott City has been pretty good from the floor here early on. Missed 3 shots. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They are 7 of 9, so that's a blistering 78% and 2 of 2 from the line here in the first quarter. All 5 starters have scored at least 2 points for the Lady Beavers. Trout with 4 and Gentry with 4. That leads Scott City. I want to thank J&R Car and Truck Center once again for providing transportation here to Garden City. You can view their new and pre-owned inventory in their lot at J&R Car and Truck Center in Scott City. Also online, jrcarandtruck.com. Have the second 30-second timeout burned by Coronado. They'll take it across the left sideline with Tatiana Gonzalez, and then she will get it poked away by Gentry. It'll still remain Cougar basketball with 5:09 to go first quarter. Actually, Scott City is 7 of 10 to begin this ball game. Left corner, wide open. There was Reagan Napier, a junior, and then ball poked or lost out of bounds or deflected out by Scott City. Still 25 to shoot with 5:05 to go first quarter. 15-0 Scott City advantage. Elsie Walker, the freshman, to inbound it in. Now up top it goes. This is Tatiana Gonzalez around the screens. The Lady Beavers playing man-to-man, right corner. With it is Storia Spradlin. Entry feed the right block to Walker and gets Gentry turned around, and she'll commit the foul. That'll be her first. Team foul number 2. That resets the shot clock at the 4:54 mark of the opening period. So the Garden City Lady Buffaloes can come and watch Scott City here firsthand before they get dismissed for the day. Still school in session here. Bounce pass right side. Here's Tatiana Gonzalez. Fires a guarded 3, misses a little strong. Kaylee Felker on the back side for the board for the Lady Beavers. That was just the second shot attempt of the game for Coronado. Deflected pass in the paint, trying to get it to Piper Fox. Scott City commits turnover number 2. 4:38 to go first quarter. It's 15-0 for Scott City. Coronado 0 for 2 from the floor with 8 turnovers here in the early going. Gonzalez dribbles around the perimeter, left guarded by Gentry, loses the dribble on a crossover, but retains the back out high. Still plenty of time to shoot. 15 on the clock. And now Kenna White drive right side on Lewis. Gets cut off. Ball deflected by Fox as they try to get it back up to Astoria Spradlin. You could tell that Coronado wants to get it to the senior Spradlin, one of their more veteran players. 12 to shoot. Bounce pass out high and into the backcourt. It was touched in it. Oh, now they call it travel as Gonzalez commits turnover number 9, and we're going to get a new 4 in. Peyton Gentry enters for the first time. Also back in Mackenzie Metzger, Megan Trout, and Chris Irvin. And in for Coronado, that'll be Hadley LaFair, a sophomore. So the only one that stays out there for Scott City, let's see, it's Piper Fox. 4:10 to go first quarter, 15-0 Lady Beaver lead with the ball. Peyton Gentry gets it stripped out of her hands by Elsie Walker and then goes out of bounds into the Coronado bench. Still Lady Beaver ball, plenty of time to shoot, just 5 seconds trickled off the shot clock. Into Trout, kicks it out to Peyton Gentry out. She travels with it. Scott City with turnover number 3. 4:04 here in the first. 15-0 Scott City. Lady Beavers, it feels like it's been a while since they've scored, but it's been only a little over a minute. Coronado 0 for 2 from the floor, but they have 9 turnovers here and make it 10. Still uncontested here is Chris Irvin from Piper Fox, her left side layup. Oh, a little strong that time. Fight for the rebound underneath. Irvin has it in the paint, and then we're going to get tied up. It's going to be a Coronado Cougar possession arrow favoring them with 3:48 here in the opening frame. Scott City with another steal. There's a 10th turnover. Metzger now Trout. Right side to Metzger. Pump fake up top to Peyton Gentry now here with 3:35 to go first quarter. Lady Beavers 15-0. They haven't scored in about 2 minutes. Left side to Piper Fox. Fox with it into Gentry at the foul line. That's Peyton Gentry. Right side. Irvin will try a triple, and she'll ring one home. Chris Irvin, her second triple of the year, and it's an 18-point first quarter for Scott City. They hit their second 3 of the afternoon with 3:15 to go first quarter. And ball poked away by Metzger, still in the backcourt. They just get it across the 10-second line with LaFair. 20 to shoot as we get to the 3-minute mark. Here's a stop and pop 3, short that time for Gonzalez, or correction, that was Kenna White, and the rebound to Peyton Gentry for Scott City. Lady Beavers up 18-0. And looking to add to it as Metzger fires a triple and nothing but nylon. She has 2 threes and 6. It's a 3-touchdown lead with 2:46 to go first quarter. 21-0 your score. And with it now is Reagan Napier. Napier still in the backcourt. She is double teamed and it's ripped away by Metzger. Here's an assist opportunity as Irvin will put the right-handed layup up, and she has 7. 23-0 with 2.5 to go first quarter. Already turnover number 11, and Scott City's backed off on the full court. They're going in their half-court defensive set. Left side here with it, Astoria Spradlin back up top. It's Kenna White up top now, working around the horn right side. Stepping back is LaFair. LaFair now, here's a deep 2 on the way. Off to the left. Last touch by, they'll say Coronado. That was put up by Napier. As Coronado, or Scott City, are bringing Kaylee Felker for Piper Fox. Alexia DeAndrea, the sophomore, in for the first time for Coronado. 23-0 Lady Beavers. We've played 6 minutes here in this 8-minute first period. And then a foul up top, and that'll be the final foul to give of the quarter for Coronado as DeAndrea, the sophomore, gets in the scorebook with the foul. If you can't score, that's the other way to get in the scorebook, is pick up a foul. Derry Hakes in. She'll replace Reagan Napier. 2:03 to go first quarter. It's all Lady Beavers, 23-0. As they'll throw it up top, here's Peyton Gentry to the right elbow up top. Mackenzie Metzger turns down the deep 3, but the official says before you drove in, you shuffled your feet. Turnover number 4 on Scott City. $1:59 to go first frame. 23-0 Lady Beaver advantage. Taking it across is Hadley LaFair, the sophomore. Uses upper dribble, needs help, finds it to Lexi Andrea. Andrea drives in, gets a strip trying to drive through, and then she'll end up being the last to touch it. And that's turnover number 12. Coronado's 0 of 4 from the field here in this first period. Final 100 seconds of this opening quarter. Offside, here's Peyton Gentry. She'll drive to the foul line in the paint, throws up a tough shot, partially blocked. Oh, no, they won't say it was partially blocked, I guess. So it'll go out of bounds to Coronado. 96 seconds to go first quarter. It's hard to argue any calls when it's 23-point margin in the first quarter. LaFair with it, guarded by Metzger at high. Still plenty of time to shoot for Coronado. Almost a 5 count. And another timeout. That's the third timeout in the first quarter used by Coach John Coder. It's a full. We'll take it as well. 1:21 to go first quarter. It's 23-0 Scott City. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Western State Bank, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center, LLC, Spray Foam It, LLC,
Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services.
Go with the proven winner. I'm Michael Trout from State Farm in Scott City. When it comes to auto insurance, we score big with our policyholders. We score on competitive rates, on customer service, and on satisfaction and speedy claim handling. Let us quote your autos today and make you a part of the Trout State Farm team. Call or stop by Michael Trout State Farm and you can be assured of our personal best. Go with the winner, Michael Trout State Farm, Scott City.
Adam Mary.
Thanks to Alex, our studio engineer, back in the Mix 94.5 studios. It is a 23-0 advantage here for Scott City. Coronado used 3 timeouts, and we get a moving screen. Out high is taking the brunt of that was Metzger. That'll be team foul number 5 and turnover number 13. Dari Higgs, her first personal foul, 5th team foul, as I mentioned. Coronado's only throwing up 4 shots here in the first quarter. Scott City with the ball, final 70 seconds, up 23-0. Left baseline, here's Kaylee Felker with it, guarded tightly. 2-3 zone applied by the Cougars. Now bounce past the Trout, finds Metzger. She'll try for a hat trick of 3s in the corner, and she knocks it down. She has 3 threes. The old trifecta triple, 26-0. 50 seconds to go first period. A trifecta of triples. There we go, if I can spit it out correctly. It is Friday the 13th, after all. Up top here, Lexi Andrea with it. She'll fire 3. Oh, the bank is open toward the end of the weekend, and they get the shot. Their first points here with 34 seconds to go. Correction, that was Astoria Spradlin for 3. 26-3, 28 seconds to go. First period. Game clock and shot clock pretty much in sync, but Scott City throws it away. Turnover number 5. Lead pass down the floor. Here's Hadley LaFair up top, and that'll be a 3 on the way. Short that time by Elsie Walker, and a rebound and a foul. And that'll send Peyton Gentry to the line for 2 free throws with 16.3 to go opening period. So Peyton Gentry's picked up a couple of rebounds, That's Lexi Andrea. That's her second foul. 6 in the quarter. 2 free throws coming up here for Peyton Gentry. She is 50% at the line. That was against Hoisington last Friday night in their 44-23 victory. First free throw leaves it short. Scott City now 2 of 3 at the line, leading 26-3 with 16.3 to go in the first quarter. Another one pending here for the sophomore. And that's nothing but net. She's on the board, 27-3. Final 10 seconds of this period. With it is Hadley LaFair, the sophomore, trying to go around his screen. Uses upper dribble and he goes left side of the pass to Astoria Spradlin. Cut off by Felker with 3, with 2, with 1. And Coronado's not going to get a shot up. Oh, it's deflected. And pretty much they won't get a shot up because there's only 1/10 of a second on the scoreboard. That'll be just a tip of the ball, and that'll be it. First quarter in the books, all Scott City Lady Beavers 27-3 over the Cougars. Back in a minute for the second. This is Beaver basketball.
We believe that education
and athletics play a crucial role in uplifting communities. Our commitment to supporting farmers aligns closely with the values of teamwork and resilience found in sports. By investing in local initiatives, we enhance individual lives and strengthen community bonds for a brighter future. American Implement, indebted to the past, committed to the future.
BBN is...
Scott City's ball to begin the second quarter with a 27-3 lead. As we're glad to have you back. Lady Beavers led by Mackenzie Metzger's 9. Chris Irvin just one off a career high. She has a season high 7. And then 4 for Megan Trout and also Kendall Gentry. The only points for Astoria Spradlin's 3 late in the first quarter, and Scott City will actually commit turnover number 6. Third steal by Coronado. They do keep fighting, but just have been outmatched in this, and Scott City deflects a pass. That'll be turnover number 14. Here's Katie Weathers' lead pass down the floor to Piper Fox. Goes up and puts it in for 2 on the left side. Her first basket, 29-3. First seconds of this second quarter of play. Lady Beavers up by 26 points. There's a 3 launch, no, on the right wing by Spradlin. Rebound, Katie Weathers. Then gets it over to Kendall Gentry. Weathers with her first rebound of the afternoon. Right side, here's Lewis into Megan Trout. Trout goes around the Lady Cougar on the left side. We got a whistle and a push. That'll be on Tatiana Gonzalez. That'll be her first. Team foul number 1 of the second quarter with 7:11 to go first half. Scott City was 10 of 16 in that first quarter, 63%. Coronado 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 of 6 for 17%. Did not attempt a free throw. They did hit 1 3. And speaking of threes, Avery Lewis launches a 3, a little strong. Rebound Gonzalez. She grabs her first rebound of the afternoon. And in transition, Scott City gets turnovers at across with 3-on-3 numbers. Flips it over left. Fox, mid-range jumper left is good. She has all 4 of Scott City's points in this period. 6:45 to go first half. It's 31-3. For the Lady Beavers. With it right side there is going to be Astoria Spradlin, and then she throws it away, stepping in front of the lane as Gentry, and then Piper Fox. Oh, she traveled with it. Her momentum carried her there. Seventh Scott City turnover. +90 seconds into this second quarter. 28-point Lady Beaver lead, and they can add to it a deflected pass and turnover number 17. 10 steals for the Lady Beavers this half. In transition, Fox with all 6 points. So 33-3, 6:06 to go first half. Scott City with another basket. They've scored the first 6 points of this quarter and the last 7 points of the ball game. A whistle and a pushing foul underneath. That'll be team foul number 1 on Scott City the second period. And they're going to get that on Piper Fox, her first. New 4 in: Mackenzie Metzger, Chris Irvin, Kaylee Felker, Peyton Gentry, Avery Lewis, Megan Trout, Kendall Gentry, Piper Fox exit. Katie Weathers, the lone player remaining on the floor for the Lady Beavers. 7 of the 9 Lady Beavers have scored already in this first half. Right side, here's Gonzalez, guarded tightly by Peyton Gentry. Gonzalez holds it, 30 on the shot clock, 5:53 to go game clock, and Spradlin fires up a 3, leaves it a little short. Rebound, here's Peyton Gentry on the run with 3-on-1 numbers. Gentry's going to take this one all the way. Her layup, no, but right there's Metzger. Her follow-up, she's blocked, and she is going to head to the foul line for the first time this year. Elsie Walker picks up the foul first. Second team foul of the quarter. 2 free throws for Metzger. Scott City 3 of 4 at the line this half. Metzger looking to be in double figures, and she's still 100% at the line, or she's now 100% at the line this year. She hits her first free throw, 34-3, 5:42 to go first half. Dari Higgs in, and she will replace Elsie Walker. Second charity toss, nothing but nylon. 35 for Scott City, 3 for Coronado. Metzger with 11. Second time in 3 games, she's in double figures. She just now 2 off her career high she set just last Friday night. Entry feed in, deflected, and another turnover. Right side, Metzger for a career high. Oh, that one rims off. Rebound into the hands of Dari Hakes, and a whistle and a foul. A couple Lady Beavers tried to jump for it. Couldn't get it in good position. That's going to be on Katie Weathers, her first. Scott City's second foul of the quarter. A 5:18 to go first half. Lady Beavers 35, Coronado 3. Now if you're Scott City, I know it's already lopsided affair here. The biggest thing for Scott City just to keep your focus here and just work on getting better, and that'll be a turnover out of bounds for Coronado as turnovers continue to light up for the Cougars here in the first half. We've played just 11 minutes. It's 35-3. Right corner to Katie Weathers. She'll try a deep 2 with her feet on the line. Short. Rebound tracked down by Tatiana Gonzalez, and she'll race it ahead. Bobbles of it, picks it back up, and she'll put up the shot and one. Count it. Tatiana Gonzalez with her first basket. 35-5. 4:54 to go first half. That'll be on Chris Irvin, her second. Scott City's third team foul of the quarter. And a good effort by Gonzalez, taking it coast to coast, gets on the board. Free throw on the way off the heel. Rebound, Katie Weathers grabs her second board of the half. She'll race it left sideline with 4:52 to go first half. Up top now to Krista Irvin. 35-5 for the Lady Beavers. Irvin up top to Peyton Gentry. 2-3 zone applied by Coronado. Metzger lobs at the foul line. Weathers corrals it. Now to Peyton Gentry. Left corner to Irvin. She'll launch a 3. She'll be good on a 3. She hits her second 3 and a new career high with 10. 38-5 with 4.5 to go first half. Scott City's hit another 3 in this half. The first of this quarter, the 5th of the half. With it, Astoria Spradlin, double teamed, now out high to Kenna White. Ball fake, driving in and losing it. On the way in was Napier, and Coronado with another turnover. And a whistle, and Scott City turns the ball over. If there's anything probably to be negative about if you're the Lady Beavers, probably their turnovers. They have 8 in the first half. Elsie Walker in, placed Dari Hicks. So Chris Irvin, who hit 8 points, a career high. She had that against Holcomb in the second meeting a year ago, and then also in the sub-state championship game against Wellington. She now has 10, her first double-digit affair, and then a travel up high. We're right at the midway point of this second quarter. Lady Beavers up by a wide margin, 38-5. Hadley the Fair checking in for the Lady Cougars. And she will replace Tatiana Gonzalez. Right now for Scott City, you got Mackenzie Metzger, Peyton Gentry, Kaylee Felker, Katie Weathers, and Krista Irvin on the floor. Here's Peyton Gentry. Turns down the deep 2 up top to Metzger. Holds it. One dribble goes to her left through contact. And now here's Katie Weathers from the left elbow. Jumper hits the soft bounce and drops home. And the late Lady Beaver scores here in the first half, 40-5. 3:44 to go first half. And all Scott City here in this first half. They led 27-3 after 1. And a shot short, rebound underneath Elsie Walker. Another offensive board, and here's a deep 2. No, for Kenna White, and rebound to Peyton Gentry. She'll take it across the 10-second line, right to left to Katie Weathers, who fumbles it out of bounds. And Scott City has turnover number 9. 3:23 to go first half, 40-5, for Scott City. Up top with it now is Kenna White. White with it. Lady Beavers scored the first 26 points of the ball game. Now up top, a deep 2. And rainbow shot, no. And they're going to say that went off of Kenna White's leg as there was a fight for it about mid-post right. It'll belong to the Lady Beavers. Spradlin with 3. Tatiana Gonzalez with 2 for Coronado. That's their leading scoring. 11 for Metzger, 10 for Irvin. That's Scott City's leading scorers as Coach Justin Froh continues to sub liberally in this first half. Kaylee Felker, she's the only one that hasn't scored in the first half. She gets it right side. Now it's Metzger for 3, and she's got 4 threes and 15 points. Make that 14 points. 43-5 with 2:50 to go first half. She matched her 4 threes coming into today with 4 threes of her own in this first half. With it is Astoria Spradlin, goes up top now to Kenna White. 43-5, Lady Beaver advantage. 2:30 to go first half. Turnaround jumper, no, for Napier, and she'll head to the line to shoot 2. That'll be a foul on Kaylee Felker, her first. Scott City's fourth of the quarter, not of the half. So coming into line, coming into the weekend, Napier, who had 1 point last night, was 5 of 10 from the line. We'll see if she's a true 50% free throw shooter. She
expected by their factory-trained technicians, and they guarantee them with their 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage, rental reimbursement, roadside assistance, and more. Get peace of mind with your next pre-owned vehicle. Buy Lewis Certified. See the full Lewis Certified guarantee at buylewis.com.
Even if it's been years since you graduated, your college team is your life. Well, you can have an agent for life, and auto, and home, and business insurance. Imagine that. One insurance agent for everything. It's that simple. So get a Farm Bureau agent for life.
BBN is brought to you by Lone Tree Farms, J&R, Next Tech Wireless, Pioneer Communications, S&T,
Scott County Hospital,
Scott Co-op, Security State Bank.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we offer a full range of products to boost your farming success. As your locally owned Axis Seed regional company, we offer products to support the health and productivity of your crop. With a wide selection from BW Fusion, Meristem Crop Performance, and Pivot Bio, we have everything you need to protect your crop from abiotic stresses and feed it for top yields. Proudly supporting the Beavers, Red Barn Enterprises is your local partner committed to your crops and community.
Sub a little bit more. Rotate the players, keep them fresh here because they're going to need them tomorrow night against Garden City. And Garden City's been watching this whole game here and taking a look at Scott City, who's going to be their future opponent here. But the Lady Beavers with a 42-point lead here at the break here at 47-5. As we take a look at the first half scoring, 2 Lady Beavers in double figures already, led by Mackenzie Metzger. She has 14, a brand new career high. Chris Irvin with a brand new career high with 10 points, including a couple triples. Metzger had 4 threes in the first half. Those 2, Irvin and Metzger, with all the threes for Scott City. And then, let's see, 4 for Megan Trout, 4 for Avery Lewis, 4 for Kendall Gentry, 2 for Katie Weathers, 1 for Peyton Gentry. Scott City ended up with 10 turnovers. They did have 12 steals, 5, 10, 15 rebounds on the defensive end, 4 offensive, a total of 19 first half boards. They had a total of 6 fouls in the first half. 4 Coronado. 2 players scored for the Lady Cougars. 3 by Astoria Spradlin, and the other 2 from Tatiana Gonzalez, as they committed 24 turnovers in that first half. They had 3 steals, 7 total rebounds, and a total of 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 fouls in the first half for the Lady Cougars of Coronado. Scott City with a commanding lead, 47-5. Will continue their halftime show and come back in 3 minutes. This is Beaver Basketball.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we're bringing you BW Fusion products to help your crops stress less and yield more. Discover the benefits of Amino, Relax RX, Full Sun, and BioBoost, each designed to enhance plant health and maximize yield. Proudly supporting Scott County Athletics, Red Barn Enterprises is your partner for a more resilient and productive future. Choose BW Fusion from Red Barn Enterprises today.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared.
Tatiana Gonzalez, Kenna White, Elsie Walker, Astoria Spradlin, Dari Hakes on the floor for Coronado. Chris Irvin with it. Lady Cougars trying to extend their 2-3 zone, actually more man right now. They go left side to Irvin. She'll drive the left baseline, pulls up, and leaves it short. And the rebound to Dari Hakes for the Lady Cougars. So 1-0 for the Lady Beavers to begin this third quarter. Irvin looked to extend her career high 10 points here in this ball game. Opening seconds of the second half, 47-5 for Scott City. Run a backdoor feed, and Kendall Gentry gets a hand in the passing lane, and not around me today. Turnover on Coronado. Gentry in the front court with the ball as Coronado is going man-to-man now. Right side to Chris Irvin. Irvin needs help. Finds it up top to Mackenzie Metzger. With 7:10 to go here in the third. It's all Scott City 47-5. Left corner, Lewis turns down the three now to Kendall Gentry. Gentry trying to go around the Lady Cougar, cannot. Now up top to Metzger, right side. Here's Chris Irvin. Nice positioning for Trout as she pins Hakes and then gets around and scores for her 6-point, 49-5. Trout had the first 4 points of the ball game. 6:50 to go third quarter. Good ball movement that time by Scott City, and they get an easy 2. Left side here with it, Astoria Spradlin crosses over a dribble. Now up top it'll go to Kenna White. White with it, goes back to Spradlin left side, guarded by Lewis. Top pass deflected initially, but Gonzalez retrieves it. And now high right to Elsie Walker. Now Metzger almost forces a turnover there. Now lead pass right side. Here's Kenna White. 2 seconds to shoot and a double dribble, and that'll be turnover number 26. Justin Froh to bring in Kaylee Felker into the lineup to replace Mackenzie Metzger. With 6:22 to go third period. Scott City and see if they can get Felker a basket here. She's the only one that hasn't scored here this afternoon that's played. Gentry goes right side over to Irvin, now to Kaylee Felker. One dribble now left side. Here's Kendall Gentry. Weaves her way through, gets it stripped, deflected, picked up by Megan Trout. She'll pull it back out. 18 to shoot. Now here's, just through the hands of Felker, and turnover number 11 on Scott City. Here comes Coronado quickly down the floor. Tatiana Gonzalez, and it'll be deflected by Coronado, they'll say, and another turnover. Just a little over 2 minutes into the second half, 49-5 your score. Scott City scored the last 14 points of the ball game. They had a 26-0 run to start, and then a 10-0 run, make that a 9-0 run in between baskets for Coronado, and now on a 14-0 run. With it, here's Chris Irvin, drives in, finds Kaylee Felker. Nice backdoor cut, Gentry layup. Oh, just a little strong, doggone it. Rebound, here's Coronado back the other way. That was executed, except the ball didn't do what it was supposed to do and go into the basket. Right corner here with 5:28 to go. With it is Astoria Spradlin in the third quarter. Just pulls up, gets the screen, leaves it short. Kaylee Felker trying to get the rebound. It trickles out high, and it's picked up by Kenna White for Coronado. And then a three launch, no. And the rebound, here's Megan Trout racing. Oh, she'll slow it down and then delivers it over to Kendall Gentry. Now right side, here's Chris Irvin into Kaylee Felker as position. Oh, shoot that. Now Avery Lewis left baseline for the jumper, no. Rebound tipped around. Trout knocks it off of the Cougar on the baseline, and it'll out of bounds. It'll still stay Scott City basketball. Good effort that time, knocking it off the Coronado player. Reagan Napier in, replacing Dari Hakes. 49-5, exactly 5 minutes to go third quarter and a new 35. Here's Felker, shot up, and everybody has scored that's checked in. 51-5. Felker, the 9th Lady Beaver to score here with 4:54 to go third quarter. Her first field goal made of the season, and now a new line change coming in next dead ball, and Coronado will toss it out of bounds. So you get Piper Fox, Katie Weathers, also in Peyton Gentry, and in for the first time, Maggie Heineman, the 5'5 sophomore, and Lily Leitner in for the first time. She's a 5'9 sophomore. So now the objective for Scott City is see if you can get Heineman and Leitner to score here. Got about 12 and a half minutes of this game left. Heineman with it up top. Now to Lily Leitner, turns around and lob in to Fox, off her hands, but picks it back up now to Katie Weathers. Weathers Weaves away around, pulls up, left baseline jumper, short rebound. There's Leitner with opportunity, no. Got her own rebound, go up with it. Oh, now up top, she'll just kick it out to Katie Weathers, and Scott City will reset. And then they'll throw it away and a whistle and a foul. That'll be on Peyton Gentry. That'll be her first. Team foul number 1 of the third quarter. And in for Coronado is Leitner. Up top, it goes to Peyton Gentry. Holds it, goes right over the pass to Heineman. Now trying to get to Kaylee Felker, and we got contact. And that'll be a foul out high on Lexi DeAndrea, her 4th foul with 1:23 to go here in the third. Just the second team foul this third quarter for Coronado. In fact, DeAndrea has both of their fouls here in this period. Scott City on the sideline, inbounded across from their bench, right corner to Katie Weathers. Bounce pass into, now to left side. Here's Heineman, left side, Peyton Gentry. And now up top, Kaylee Felker. Final minute of this third quarter. Felker with it up top to Peyton Gentry, 20 to shoot. Heineman left side, now finds Weathers at the left elbow. Left side, here's Heineman. She'll take the open deep 2. That one crawls off. Rebound is going to be in the hands of Leitner. Puts it up, no. Peyton Gentry crashes the boards, no. And we've got a whistle and a pushing foul. A couple opportunities there, and Scott City draws team foul number 3. That'll be Tatiana Gonzalez's third with 55.5 seconds to go third quarter. So Heineman had a shot. Leitner had a couple of rebounds in there. Fresh 35 on the board. Nice cut. Here's Leitner, catches it, puts up a tough shot, banked off. Rebound trickled around and into the hands of L.C. Walker. So good experience here for Scott City for their bench here in a 50-point advantage, 51-point lead, 40 seconds to go third quarter. Hadley the fair with it out high, crosses over a dribble, takes it strong to the rack, bank shot good. Nice strong move there for the sophomore. 56-7, 30 seconds to go third quarter, their first points of the second half. That'll break a 21-0 run for Scott City in this ball game. 20 seconds to work. Up top to Kaylee Felker, goes right over to Peyton Gentry. Up top, shot clock off, by the way. Felker now left baseline. Here's Katie Weathers up top. Kaylee Felker to Peyton Gentry with 10. Pulls up right, elbow jumper, knocks it home. She has 3. 58-7 with 5 seconds to go third quarter. 2 seconds, 1 second. Coronado's not going to put up a shot. And we have reached the end of your third quarter. 58-7. Scott City with an 11-2 run in that third. We'll come back in a minute for the fourth quarter of play in 1 minute. This is Scott City basketball.
Support Project Prom and get the chance to win amazing prizes for the Project Prom raffle. There are 42 drawings with various prizes. You can win cash prizes, chamber bundles, beef bundles, and much more. One ticket is $10 and 6 tickets is $50. To get a ticket, contact a senior. The drawing will be on December 17th, 2024, and you don't have to be present to win. Buy a ticket today from any SCHS senior and help create an unforgettable Project Prom.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
Delivering energy for life, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Scott City ball to begin the fourth quarter with a 58-7 lead here. Day number 2 of the Round Ball Classic. Lady Beavers with the lead. They're going to go to 2-1 on the year with a big matchup with Garden City tomorrow night. Altus and Garden City play tonight. That should be an entertaining matchup between the programs. Left side, here's Heineman into Katie Weathers. Back to Heineman for a deep 2. She can't get that one to go. Rebound. Peyton Gentry goes up, and she'll head the line to shoot 2. And we will have a continuous clock here in the fourth quarter. So all 11 Lady Beavers have scored that have checked in. And Peyton Gentry with 3 points. Walker, her third foul. Team's first of the fourth quarter. 7.5 to go now. Peyton Gentry free throw, deadens and crawls off. She's 1 of 3 at the line today. Has 3 points. Scott City now 3 of 5 this afternoon at the line. Coronado 0 of 3. Free throw, perfect. She is 4 points. Just one off a varsity career high, 59-7, 7:10 to go. Scott City now has their season high of points. They had 57 last night, have 59 this afternoon. Piper Fox to check in next dead ball. She has tied a career high with 10 points. Now driving left side, here's Astoria Spradlin out high left to Kenna White. White with the dribble. Goes right with a pass to Elsie Walker. Crosses over, dribble in front of Peyton Gentry. 5 to shoot, 4. 3 seconds. Underneath right block, he goes to Kenna White. Puts up a tough shot, no good defense. And the rebound goes to Lily Leitner. Picks up another rebound. Good defense by the Lady Beavers there on that possession. 6.5 to go in this one. With it is Peyton Gentry. Uses upper dribble now. And it goes, here is bank shot. Good for Lily Leitner. She has her first varsity field goal. She has 3. And it's a 61-7 lead with 6:18 to go in the game. So Leitner with 3 this afternoon. Her first 3 varsity points of her young career. Just her second varsity game played. Kenna White with it. Weave her way through. 8 to shoot. Goes in the paint. Leaves the jumper short. Rebound 4. We're going to get a tie up with 6 minutes to go. And all that does is continue to burn time. Piper Fox in. Coronado will bring in a couple of players. Hadley LaFair. Jordan Witherspoon. Now shot up too strong underneath, and rebound here, Scott City. 61-7, 5.5 minutes to go. Left side, here's Peyton Gentry. She'll just turn around and check up a 3. Leaves it short, deflected out high to Katie Weathers. And Scott City will have another crack at it and a new shot clock. Here's Piper Fox taking the left side, and she has a new career high. She has a 12-point performance. 63-7 with 5:12 to go. Lady Beavers crashing the boards on both sides here today. Bank shot a little strong that time for LaFair. And the rebound to Fox. So 3 new career highs established this afternoon. 3 players in double figures as well with those career highs. Entry feed to Fox, trying to add her 12-point afternoon. Up top to Weathers. 4:50 to work in this one. Right side, Peyton Gentry for a new career high. Wide left on the 3 and tracked down in the corner by LaFair, the sophomore. You know, she's hustled for a lot of loose balls for Coronado. And now the shot up, no for Witherspoon. And the rebound to Scott City. 4.5 to go left side. Katie Weathers will try a 3. She'll be getting that one to bounce in. Her first varsity 3, 66-7. 4:20 to go in this one. .415 to work. Elsie Walker with it. To the right elbow, looking for the backdoor cut. That was defended well by Katie Weathers on Lexi DeAndre, and that'll be another turnover, the 32nd of the afternoon. Kenna White in, and now in is Kaylee Felker. Fox exits with 3:55 and a continuous clock here in the fourth quarter. Lady Beavers have scored 8 in a row in this fourth quarter. They've scored the last 10 of the ball game, 66-7. 3:40 remaining. Up top, Peyton Gentry finds Lily Leitner. One dribble goes to her left, puts it up wide left, but right to Kaylee Weathers. I don't know if you could probably count that an assist or so, but Weathers now with 7, just one off of her career high, 68-7 with 3.5 to go. The Weathers with the basket there. Off the Leitner miss. Kenna White with it up top. Throws a desperation heave, no. Rebound, Peyton Gentry couldn't get it. 3:16 to go. Out of bounds. This stays with the Lady Cougars. They'll have Altus, Oklahoma tomorrow afternoon in their final game, and then they'll have Lewis Palmer on the road next week. Scott City will have Garden City here tomorrow night, and then host Goodland on Tuesday. Another steal. That'll be still a good Goodland team. They lost a lot of firepower from last year, but they're pretty well coached. Peyton Gentry pulls up for a jumper, no. Katie Weathers follow up, no. And the rebound to Coronado. In transition here, they have in the front court and then stolen away. Another turnover. 2:35 to go. Peyton Gentry with it. Lobs underneath the Weathers. Catches it, goes up, and she scores it. She now has a new career high with 9. 70-7. 2:24 to go. Here's a 3 on the left side. Nope, it's a 2 for Kenna White. And it's 70-9 with 2:16 to go. So that's the basket, their 4th field goal of the afternoon for Coronado. 28 to shoot. Now the foul line, here's And now whistle and a reach-in foul. And that might be on Lexi DeAndre. If that's the case, she'll be out of the game. Nope. We're going to get that on Jordan Weatherspooner first. Second team foul of the fourth quarter. Runs some more time off with 1:50 to go. Felker looking to get it in. She does in the left corner. Peyton Gentry launches 3-0. Katie Weathers goes up and she is fouled, and she'll get 2 free throws. So Katie will get an opportunity to practice some free throws here with 95 seconds remaining. Correction, they're going to get that Elsie Walker fourth with 1:28 to go. The fourth team foul as well in this fourth quarter. Make that third team foul in Coronado. Weathers with 2 free throws. The southpaw, she gets that one to go. She has 8 in this quarter, 10 for the ball game, 71-9. And too strong in the second. Kaylee Felker, with the offensive board, and another offensive rebound for Scott City. Final minute of this one. Felker with it up top, goes right with the pass to Heineman. Now entry feed into Lily Leitner. Power dribble now. Katie Weathers from the right elbow jumper is good. She has a 3-point trip, and it's now 73-9 with 45 seconds to go. Katie Weathers expands on her new career high this afternoon. 3 different Lady Beavers with a new career high. Runner misses for the fair rebound. Scott City. Game clock and shot clock pretty much in sync. Maybe about a half-second differential. Now, with the left baseline, here's Katie Weathers. Her runner short, got her own rebound, and then they're going to call a travel with 19 seconds to go. She hit the deck. The 15th Scott City turnover. 12 for Weathers here, and that's going to be about it here. 5 seconds to go. 73-9. 3 launched, banked wide left, and rebound Peyton Gentry. Pads another rebound to her stats, and it's 73-9. Scott City with a dominant victory over Coronado this afternoon as they get to 2-1 with Garden City in this building here in the Garden. Tomorrow night, Coronado drops to 0-5. We'll begin post-game coverage after this 3-minute break. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we bring you the best products in agriculture through the Max Yield system, placing the right products on every field of your farm. Use Axis Seed, BW Fusion, Meristem Crop Performance, and Pivot Bio to enhance your crop's resilience and productivity today. Trust Red Barn Enterprises for all your crop needs, and join us in cheering on the Beavers.
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
Great Western Tire of Scott City is available for tire repair and replacement, oil changes, tire rotation, balancing, alignment, and bulk fuel delivery to keep your equipment going. They also offer 24-hour emergency service calls. Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. At Deckmart, they offer a variety of quality furniture, including sofas, recliners, lift chairs, dining sets, bars, bar stools, mattresses, and more. They carry GE and Speed Queen appliances and are happy to quickly service what they sell with a local repairman. Great Western Tire and Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. Small-time friendliness with big city service and quality.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and part staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott City.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
In Scott City. Call 872-7675 or find them online at elevateyoumedSpa.com.
Welcome to the Scott City Ace Hardware Postgame Show. Scott City Ace Hardware, located on South Main Street in Scott City. They invite you to come by and take a look around.
Back here inside the garden here at Garden City High School, Adam Kadavy with you here. A dominating performance for the Lady Beavers as they get their second victory of the year here on Friday the 13th as they blow past Coronado 73-9. Post-game coverage once again presented by Scott City Ace Hardware. Adam Kadavy with you. Melody Toscano has joined us as our studio engineer back at the Mix 94.5 studios. Lady Beavers really no issue this afternoon, forcing 34 turnovers and picking up 16-17 steals this afternoon. And a 73-9 thumping of the Lady Cougars here in the Round Ball Classic. Scott City, as I mentioned, scored the first 26 points of the game. Coronado got their first basket under minutes ago in the first quarter. And then a 20-2 run in the second quarter, 11-2 run in the third quarter, and a 15-2 run in the fourth quarter. Scott City pretty much played all their bench players for the final, I'd say, 12-13 minutes of this ball game, as 11 players entered today for Scott City and all 11 players scored. Leading the way this afternoon for the Lady Beavers, they were the visitors on the scoreboard. Mackenzie Mesker, she had a career high 14 points. That all came in the first half. 13 this afternoon, make that 12 this afternoon. Piper Fox had a new career high. Also 12 points was a new career high as well for Katie Weathers. 10 for Chris Irvin. That's a new career high for her as well. 6 for Megan Trout. And then also this afternoon, 4 for Kendall Gentry. She had her 18th birthday today, so a good day for her. 4 for Peyton Gentry, 4 for Avery Lewis, 3 for Lily Neitner, 2 for Kaylee Felker, and 2 for Maggie Heineman for Scott City. Lady Beavers were 5 of 8 from the line. On the other side, Coronado, they had 4 players that scored. 3 this afternoon for Astoria Spradlin. 2 each for Tatiana Gonzalez, Kenna White with a basket, and also 2 for Hadley LaFair, the sophomore. They had 33 turnovers. They were 0 of 5 at the free throw line were the Coronado Lady Cougars, but this is one that was just dominated by Scott City this afternoon, and they were the heavily favored team coming in, and they left with the big victory, 73-7, as they are not going to start until 4:45 with the boys game. So we do have a little bit of time in between here. We'll take about we'll take a 2 to 3 minute break here. Let's take a 2-minute break for now. We got Justin Froh. He's going to be making his way up here, I believe. Let's come back in 2 minutes. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. Visit us online at scottcf.org.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
2022 Ram 3500 Crew Cab 4x4 Tradesman Diesel with Butler Bale Bed for just $48,500. Choose from over 20 trucks, clearance priced at Lop Motors, located under the Great American Flag in Dodge City. See all the great deals at lopmotors.net.
Victory this afternoon for the Lady Beavers of 73-9 as we welcome in Coach Justin Froh here in our post game. Congratulations on the victory here, Coach. You guys wanted to come out and take care of business and really worry more about yourselves, and I think you definitely accomplished that here this afternoon.
Yeah, great bounce back win for us, and like you were talking about, just come out and worry about what we can control and making sure that we're doing everything that we should be doing fundamentally sound and fixing some things that we had lacking last night and hopefully get those corrected moving forward.
Now, did you it was a blowout right away. You guys scored the first 26 points of the ball game. And sometimes when you get up that big, that early, you can lose some focus. Did you feel like that? She works hard underneath there, and I tell you what, she battled, and that was good to see from her and gained some confidence, and even though she had 3 points here.
Yeah, absolutely. Those two are always fun to watch because they always work so hard in practice, and they get better each day, and you can see it translate to the floor. Maggie has a great jump shot. It's just now having her step in with confidence and shoot it with confidence, and I think she's been doing a whole lot better this year, especially with that so far. And then Lily always she's a beast down low. She battles all the time, and she always has a smile on her face while she's doing it. So it's definitely hard to root against that girl, but super pleased with everything that we got from everyone tonight, and it is nice to get a little rest for our starters and, top into the bench there. Hopefully Altus will give Garden a battle kind of like they gave us last night, and then we can use that rest to our advantage a little bit tomorrow versus Garden.
Yeah, you mentioned it is Garden City tomorrow night, and you kind of had to get used to the facilities here. It's been a couple years since you've been here. It's changed a lot of that darker floors, so an opportunity to rest here, but a big win for you guys and a great takeaway, and nobody injured, and everybody scored. Just a happy Friday the 13th, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely take it. No injuries and working the ball around, looking good. So it was a great game for us. All
right. Thanks again, Coach. Congratulations on the victory, and we will talk to you coming up here tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, Adam.
All right, once again, Coach Justin Froh joining us here post-game. Beavers with a dominating performance here this afternoon. Lady Beavers with the win, 73-9, as 11 players check in and 11 players score. Let's come back in 3 minutes. We'll kind of ramp up our boys' pregame show. We'll even have an interview with Coach Brian Gentry along the way as well. So we'll come back in 3 minutes and talk about the boys' game coming up here next on Mix 94.5.
us in 4 bold colors: black, pink, teal, and ultramarine. Which iPhone 16 color will you choose? Built for Apple Intelligence with the all-new A18 chip, a new feature camera control, and a big boost in battery life. Get the new iPhone 16 on us. Next Tech Wireless. Home on the range.
Shooting firearms is both fun and challenging. Whether you're hunting, target shooting, shooting clay targets, or just plinking, Scott City Guns has accessories, ammunition, and target needs. Check them out on the web at scottcityguns.com or stop by West Highway 96, Scott City, Kansas. Ask about layaways, special orders, and trade-ins. Scott City Guns. When purchasing that gun, buy from someone you can trust.
Shells, Flowers, and More in Scott City is ready for Christmas, and the proof is inside. Your full-service florist provides custom floral arrangements and great gift ideas for everyone. Stop in and see what they offer, including jewelry, nativities, Christian items, stocking stuffers, popcorn from the Crafty Kettle, flavored coffees, and so much more. Don't forget to reach out to Shells, Flowers, and More to order your Christmas floral arrangements and poinsettias. Shells, Flowers, and More, your go-to for flowers and gifts, on West 5th Street in Scott City, 620-872-5336.
The Scott Cooperative Association is proud to serve our members with 8 convenient elevator locations, a full-service petroleum department with 2 service stations, 5 automated cart trolls and bulk oil and fuel delivery, and a full-service crop production department to serve all of your needs, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Contact the Scott Co-op and visit with our knowledgeable staff about how we can help in your farming operation.
Welcome back to the Garden here in Garden City. Adam Kadavy with you on Mix 94.5. Your pregame interview is brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services.
The dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting our customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 cart trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
They said this place was too isolated to call home. They said it was too remote to build a community. And then one day, a farmer strung a copper wire from one fence post to another and changed everything. We didn't build the communities of Southwest Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Be counted upon this afternoon here for Coronado, a team once again that is pretty young this year, just one senior in their lineup here, and that's Jalen Jarboe, the senior. He mentioned he had a season-high 19 points last night, but a team that's maybe starting to get a little better as we move along here. But Scott City looking to continue to pick up from where they left off from last night. A nice victory, and that team is a pretty decent team in Altus, yeah, they may be 0-4, but you can tell how athletic they are, and they gave Scott City fits at times last night, and it's a 5A school in Oklahoma, and they'd be a 5A school in Kansas, around 950 students. Coronado kind of the same situation there, but Scott City led wire to wire in that game last night with that 64-51 victory, led by Jackson Rumford's double-double, 26 and 12. You had Alex Tarango with 13. Avery Radke of 4 threes and a career-high 14 in the win. And Scott City did a lot of good things in the victory last night and to get to 2-0 on the season. And they held themselves under 2 turnovers here, or under 10 turnovers, with 9 last night here in the victory here. And Scott City trying to get a couple more wins here before they get in the rigorous, and I'm probably understating that, the rigorous schedule next week, beginning league play with Goodland, who's a 3A state runner-up, and Holcomb, who's always a very well-coached team year in, year out. They get them next Tuesday and Friday. Of course, Tuesday, Scott City at home against the Cowboys, and then Friday they come back to Finney County and take on the Holcomb Longhorns, and then they get a little bit of a Christmas break. So that's kind of the schedule here over the next week or so for Scott City. Tomorrow here against Garden City. Next Tuesday, the 17th at home against Goodland. That's, of course, Project Prom, gets their has their raffle tickets. By the way, I think you can still buy those. And then next Friday at Holcomb, and that'll wrap up the pre-Christmas slate. But Scott City averaging right at 64 points. Well, they averaged 64 because they scored 64 against Hoisington and 64 against Altus, Oklahoma last night. But second different state they'll face this week, and it's the Centennial State out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, the Coronado Cougars. The series has been a tight one. As I mentioned, the games have been pretty good. 2 years ago was not an indication of that. 21, it was an overtime game, but they've been mostly decided, other than the game last year. All but 2 games in this series have been decided by 2 possession game lead or score or less. Scott City's won the last 2 in the series. 2 years ago, won 66-29. Last year, they escaped an overtime affair and a nail-biter, 44-43. But Scott City is 16-8 against schools from Colorado since 2007. Most of those were played in that orange and black, and then quite a few here. And all 3 of them last year ended up coming from Colorado, part of the Round Ball Classic. And then this is the first neutral game between Scott City and Coronado. They've always played at Scott City. As the teams head back to their respective benches, and we will have our introduction of our starters. We'll have keys to the game in the opening tip. Basketball once again presented here by Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker, Fro Heating and Cooling, Fro Ag Service, Fro Electric, Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services, Hamey Farms, High Choice Feeders, HRC Feed Yard, JNR Car and Truck, also January Trucking, JF Beaver Advertising, Jackson Legal Group, Lebanon Lawn and Tree, Lode Tree Farms and Livestock, Metzger Appraisals, and Metzger Family Farms, Midwest Mixer, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Noter Supply, New Life Market, Perfect Auto Detailing, and Plain Jans. All right. It's the Clarion Inn Round Ball Classic as we get ready for game 2 here momentarily between Scott City and the Coronado Cougars out of Colorado Springs. Starting lineups this afternoon. Starting lineups once again presented by Security State Bank in Scott City and Leota, free bill pay and online banking. Starting off for the Scott City Beavers, they are coached by Brian Gentry in his 9th season, assisted by Joey Meyer and Drew Kite. It'll be Eloy Ruelas, the 5'10 senior, averaging 3.5 points and has a couple rebounds per contest. Also, Avery Radke, he is a 6'1 junior, has 12 points and 8 rebounds per 2 games. Junior Mesa, the 5'11 sophomore, averages 12 points, 5 boards. Alex Tarango, 16 points and 7 rebounds a contest. He's a 5'10 senior. And Jackson Rumford, 17.5 points, 10 rebounds per average through 2 games. He's a 6'6 senior who had 26 last night. Eloy Ruelas, Avery Radke, Junior Mesa, Alex Tarango, Jackson Rumford. For the Coronado Cougars, as I mentioned, Cody Burnback in his 5th season. He is assisted by Mark Felix, Rick Rinks, and Daryl Duyima. It'll be Davion Banks, he is a sophomore, averages 2 points and nearly 3 rebounds a game. Jalen Jarbeau, he averages 8 points and 4 boards. He's a senior, the lone senior on this team. Actually, one of 2 seniors on this team, I beg your pardon. Omar Dubois is a junior, averages 1.3 points a game. Braden Taylor, he's a junior at 5.3 points and nearly 6 rebounds a game. And John Corbett, he's a junior at 3 points per ball game. Once again, Davion Banks, Jalen Jarbeau, Omar Dubois, Braden Taylor, and John Corbett. Those are your starting lineups this afternoon, presented by Security State Bank. Let's move forward to our keys to the game, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Keys here this afternoon for Scott City, I think, is going to be remaining discipline on the defensive end. You know, continue from what you did yesterday, remain discipline on the defensive end. Another key for Scott City is continue to work it in and kick it out. Play at a high pace, but not too fast of a pace. Don't get sped up. Those are your keys to the game here this afternoon, presented here by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Scott City this afternoon, the Beavers are wearing their road navy blue uniforms with the Columbia blue numbers and letters and kind of that Columbia blue and navy blue trim on the side, in and out. Both teams are kind of up and down the line there. It's a little markings on the side, kind of like Coronado's. They're very similar uniforms. Coronado in the home white uniforms this afternoon. They have the red numbers and letters, kind of that gold trim around that. As it'll be Jackson Rumford and John Corbett to tip center. Looks like Corbett's probably about 6'5", 6'6", kind of like Rumford as well. As the official tosses it up in the air, and it's Scott City winning the tap. And we're underway here in Game 2 of our doubleheader this afternoon from the Garden. The Beavers will take it right to left as I see it up top here in the first half. In the right corner here is Eloy Ruelas, entry feed into Rumford, trying to back his way in, reverses his layup, leaves it short, tipped out of bounds that it belonged to Coronado. So Scott City got what they wanted, just couldn't get the shot to get in there. 15 seconds into the game, the Beavers will apply a little full court pressure. Entry feed into Banks, now up top here in the front court. Here comes right side Dubois. He'll drive in, back up top. It's Taylor. And a deep 2-no. Rebound tipped around by Mesa into the hands of Alex Tarango. These teams are going to want to run across here pretty quickly as well. Entry feed into Rumford. Toward the right baseline, backs his way in, pivots. Kicks it left corner to Alex Tarango. Ball fake. He'll drive in strong. His layup is no good, but he draws the contact, and he will get 2 free throws. Well, the senior Tarango, first foul of the ball game. 7:17 to go first quarter. And that foul is going to be charged to Omar Dubois. Scott City 19 at 86% the line through the first 2 games. And Tarango 2 of 3 at the line this year, now 3 of 4, and puts Scott City on the board first 1-0. 7:17 to go here in the opening 8 minutes of play. Second free throw just as pure as the first. 2-0 early lead for Scott City. Bounce pass in the front court, and it's going to be lost, and that's going to be a turnover on the Coronado Cougars. This is a team that averages around 21 turnovers a game, and that's turnover number 1. Scott City with an early 2-0 lead, as it'll be Eloy Ruelas walking across the 10-second line. Jackson Rumford back to Ruelas. Pump fakes on the 3. Drives left elbow back to Rumford. Left block trying to back his way in. Goes up. Banks it and 1. Rumford, nice footwork at the block and gives Scott City the 4-0 lead with 6:56 to go first quarter. Team foul number 2 on Coronado. That'll be on John Corbett, his first. Rumford at the line, 11 of 14 on the year, 79%, as they already bring in a sub to the Coronado Cougars. It is Joshua Lisney, the sophomore. Free throw, no. Rebound tipped it into the hands of Davion Banks for the Cougars. 4-0 Scott City. We've played a little over a minute here in this second day of the Round Ball Classic for the boys. Davion Banks goes left out high to Jarbeau. Jarbeau holds it, now goes toward the left corner to Braden Taylor. Under 20 to shoot. Pump fake inside the paint, or in the foul line. Pump fake now left side. Shot up and 1. Boy, they're calling it pretty tight underneath at the block. Joshua Lisney with the basket. Coronado on the board, 4-2, 6:32 to go first quarter. That foul is on Jackson Rumford. That is his first, and that is Scott City's first foul. And Lisney too strong on the free throw, coming in 0-2 on the year, and Avery Radke skies high for the board for Scott City. 4-2 Beaver lead. We've played 90 seconds. On top with it, Eloy Ruelas. As Coronado goes to a man defense, bounce pass left side. Here's Alex Trainer to the foul line. Left corner to Junior Mesa, wide open for three. Short. Rebound on the backside. Ruelas had it, but then taken away by Braden Taylor. Scott City has struggled early on, shooting just 1 of 3. And here comes Coronado back the other way. Ball deflected out. Still going to be Cougar basketball with 6:04 to go first quarter and a 4-2 Scott City advantage. 28 to shoot. Inbound in, ball deflected. That's last touch by Coronado. Good defense by Scott City. They force a low pass to Jarboe, and that's already 3 turnovers. Make that just 2 on Coronado. The Beavers with the ball back up to 6 minutes to go first quarter. Ruelas takes in the front court left. Now to Jackson Rumford up top to Alex Tarango, Junior Mesa. 5 outlook right now for Scott City. Rumford pump fakes on the 3, drives in, spin move, lays it up, can't get it to go, and the rebound goes to Jarboe. He finger rolled that up nicely but couldn't get the finish. And here's Coronado back the other way. Fighting through a double team. It's going to be tied up. They're going to get a foul on that. They're going to get Avery Radke. They said he held. That's his first, team's second, so that'll reset the shot clock with 5:36 to go. They're calling it a little tighter here today, but Scott City and Coronado both have to adjust. Both teams with 2 fouls here in the first quarter. Left side, Jarboe lobs it, deflected. Oh, Scott City couldn't see it. Back it goes to Taylor. Nice cut to the basket and the layup, and we're tied at 4. DeBose gets around a defender. 4 in a row for the Cougars. 5:21 to go first quarter. And that's the first time this year Scott City's been tied all season. 4-4. They break the press. Now Rumford up top. Goes right side to Eloy Ruelas. Right corner to Radke. Oh, turns down the 3 as he caught up in the air. Now wide open Rumford goes up and he gets hammered. He'll have 2 free throws. That foul will be on Jalen Jarboe, his first. Scott City's Coronado's third foul of the period with 5:06 to go first quarter. So Rumford back to the line. He missed a free throw moments ago. Coronado has 2 to check in. First of 2 for Rumford is good. He has 3 and breaks the 4-4 tie. 5:06 to go first quarter. Darian Unger, the junior, and back in is John Corbett, the junior. Unger, he has family ties to Northwest Kansas in the Oberlin area. That's where his mom grew up. And second free throw is good. And Coronado throws it away almost, but then it's kept alive off a deflection. 6-4, Scott City up by 2. Coronado with the ball, under 5 to go, and a pickpocket out high. Here's his Junior Mesa. Step through and banks it home. Mesa going to the bank for extra hours. 4:50 in late hours. 4:50 to go first quarter, forcing Coronado in their third turnover, and that's going to be a tie-up out high, and it'll be Cougar basketball in the possession arrow. 4-point lead for Scott City here with 4:45 to go first quarter. 8-4 Beavers lead it. Coronado thinking it was going to be Scott City's ball, but that's not the case. They won the opening tip. Braden Taylor to inbound it, does so to Jarboe. Back up top, it's deflected, but back to Unger at the half court. Not an over and back because it was deflected by Scott City. 20 to shoot, foul line it goes to Corbett. Now a three on the left side is rattled home by Jalen Jarboe, and it's a 1-point game. 8-7, 4.5 to go first quarter. 8-7, Scott City up by 1. Mesa with it. Bounce pass up top to Eloy Ruelas. Dribbles between the legs. He'll be guarded by Unger out high. Drives the left side. Flips it over right. Tarango turns down the shot. And Coronado in the 2-3 zone. 18 to shoot. Now with it is Ruelas. Fakes the deep 3. Looking to drive in. Finds Radke behind the zone. And he'll put it up off the glass. Good ball movement by Scott City breaking down Coronado 10-7. Midway point of this first quarter. And the Beaver lead back to 3. Coronado back to the front court with it. Jarboe, and now throws it over left side. Here's Taylor looking to drive in. Uses up a dribble out high. Needs help, and now Unger. Unger, the junior, goes right side out high to Omar DeBose. DeBose dribbles with the basketball. 3:40 to go first period. 10-7 Scott City lead. Darian Unger with it. Crosses over dribble. Goes left with the pass. Now the left baseline goes over to DeBose. 6 to shoot, and that one's going to go out of the hands of Coronado, and that'll be their 4th turnover of the quarter. Back in for the Cougars is Davion Banks. He'll replace Omar DeBose. And in for the first time is Hank Kelly. And he is a sophomore. Averages just under 3 a game. So Coronado will play quite a few off the bench. 3:20 to go first quarter. Mesa for a deep three. Too strong, long rebound. Alex Tarango with it. And the Beavers reset, and Eli Relis will splash home the triple. That'll double the Beaver lead up to 13-7 with 3:12 to go first quarter. And Relis sinks his second three. $17-9 here for Scott City as we begin the second quarter. Coronado ended up 4 of 7 shooting in that first quarter. Scott City 5 of 14, but the Cougars ended up with 7 turnovers. Scott City just 1. Here's a left corner to Alex Tarango into Rumford toward the left baseline. Drives in, puts it up. He missed it, got his own rebound, and he has 8. I think he just wants to pad the rebounding stats. That's his third rebound. 8 points for him in the first half. He leads Scott City 19-9. Scott City on an 11-2 run over the last 4+ minutes. Driving in Jarbeau, layup, no. The rebound on the backside to Eloy Ruelas. Might have been partially blocked from behind, but Scott City brings it across. Rumford up top to Ruelas. Fires a triple. Rimming in and out. Metzger couldn't get the rebound, and it gets into the hands of John Corbett, excuse me. 19-9 Scott City, first minute of this second quarter. Up top now goes to Jarbeau. Jarbeau holds it. Plenty of time to shoot off a cut. Right side to Taylor at the wing. Guarded by Ruelas. Drives the right baseline. Cut off. Bounce pass in the paint. Now outside the lane. Here's Jarbeau. Right wing three. Way strong that time by Braden Taylor on the backside board. Here's Alex Tarango bringing it across. Right sideline for the Beavers. Up by 10 early second quarter. 6:55 to go. Rumford with it. Now right side to Caston Wren. Wren right corner to Tarango. He'll pull the trigger on a three. That one a little strong. And the backside rebound is Braden Taylor as Caston Wren has attempted a couple threes there in the right corner in the same spot. A little bit strong on both of those. Now out high, left side. Here's Taylor driving in, left wing to Davion Banks. Banks to penetrate, guarded by Metzger. Cut off. Now Jarbeau will take it underneath the dish. Behind the basket to Taylor. He'll find a way around and scored his first two. 19-11 with 6:26 to go first half. And Coronado with the first points in about a little over 3 minutes. 19-11 your score, 6:18 to go first half. Tarango left base or sideline now to double team in the corner up top to Jackson Rumford. From Metzger, right corner to Ruelas. Turns down the three, steps back, fires a triple, buries it. He has 2 threes and 8 points. 22-11, 6:02 to go first half. And Brian Gentry is going to call a 30-second timeout as the Beavers double up the Cougars here early second quarter at 22-11. Scott City has now hit 2 threes in the game, all by Ruelas. Basketball presented here by Scott City Eye Center, Scott City Pharmacy Giftologist, also Scott Community Foundation, Scott County Abstract and Title Company, Scott Cooperative Association, Scott County Hospital, Scott County Records, Scott Pro, Security State Bank, and Sharps Shooting Supply. So Scott City with a 22-11 lead. They're led by Jackson Rumford and Eloy Ruelas, each with 8. And then Avery Radke, Junior Mason, Alex Tarango each with a basket. The Beavers are actually 6 of 7 at the line in the first quarter. And Alex Tarango was the first one in the last couple of games other than Jackson Rumford to shoot free throws. He was 6 of 8 at the line last night, was Rumford in that win over Altus. Scott City now with their largest lead at 11, 22-11, 2 minutes into the second quarter out of the 30-second Beaver timeout. Coronado with a basketball in the backcourt. Braden Taylor lobs it across and intercepted by Jackson Rumford, the 8th Cougar turnover. And in transition, here's Alex Tarango, flips it up. He's got his first field goal. He has 4, and it's 24-11 with 5:50 to go first half. Scott City up by Baker's dozen, almost an over and back. And now with it out high right is John Corbett. Right baseline penetrating. Bounce pass back to Corbett. His pull-up jumper halfway in and out. Tipped around, still loose. It's a pinball. And the Eloy Ruelas says, I'll take it, folks. 5:28 to go first half. 24-11. Scott City would lead in the basketball as they walk it across the 10-second line. With the senior Ruelas, the 2-year starter at point guard. Still with it out high, 20 to shoot. Right side, Scott City has their starting lineup back in there. Alex Tarango and now Avery Radke got a whistle, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Jackson Rumford. The official underneath says he was pushing, fighting for position, and now Scott City, a little foul trouble. That is Rumford's second, team's first of the quarter. So now Brendan Cook is going to be used here. He'll have to check in next dead ball. Rumford has to be careful. He has 2 fouls. Coronado trying to get it across. They're still in the backcourt. They just get it across with about 2 seconds to spare. 5 minutes to go first half. 24-11 Scott City lead. Coronado ball. Junior Mesa with good defense and a steal. Turnover number 9. Here's Mesa weaving his way around. Trying to get around DeVos. His reverse layup crawls in. And Mesa with 4, and it's 26-11. Timeout Coronado. With 4:47 to go first half. It's a full. We'll take a 1-minute break as well. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
We believe investing in our community is how we make a lasting impact. It's about more than just providing wireless services. We believe in rolling up our sleeves and working side by side with local organizations. Whether you're sharing cherished moments, staying updated on trends, or exploring your surroundings, we're there to keep you connected. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
Support Project Prom and get the chance to win amazing prizes for the Project Prom raffle. There are 42 drawings with various prizes. You can win cash prizes, chamber bundles, beef bundles, and much more. One ticket is $10 and 6 tickets is $50. To get a ticket, contact a senior. The drawing will be on December 17th, 2024, and you don't have to be present to win. Buy a ticket today from any SCHS senior and help create an unforgettable Project Prom.
It's a 15-point Scott City lead here. They've been on a 9-2 run here in the first 3+ minutes of the second quarter, 26-11. As your score, Coronado burning their second time out of the half. Jackson Rumford right now on the bench with 2 fouls, so a little early season adversity for him on the bench with 2 fouls. Brendan Cook is called up to action, the 6'3 junior. Out of the timeout, Coronado with the ball. Davion Banks in the front court. Now left he goes to Braden Taylor. Now entry feed the left block. Here's John Corbett up top. They go right side. Darian Unger returns to the lineup for the Cougars as well. They have 18 to shoot. 4:28 on the game clock, second quarter. 26-11 Scott City. Entry feed now with it. Back up top. Now working around the left baseline. 10 to shoot. Pulling up for the 17-footer and knocking it down is going to be Braden Taylor. He has all 4 of their points in the second quarter. 26-13. Breaks a 7-0 Scott City run as we near the midway point of the second quarter. Ruiz with it. Will bounce past it across the 10-second line. Here's Alex Tarango. Drives left baseline underneath the basket. And he draws the block underneath on Corbett. Bails out Tarango. That is Corbett's second. And that is their first team foul of the second quarter with 4:02 to go first half. So Corbett is probably a 6'5", 6'6 senior now with 2 fouls. He drew a foul a couple of possessions ago on Rumford to pick up his second. Now he has 2. As Ruiz looking to inbound it in up top to Mesa. He'll fire a 3. Can he get in there? The answer is yes. That had nothing but net for Mesa. He has 7, including a 7-3 of the year. 29-13 with 3:53 to go first half. And Scott City is going to force a turnover out high. And that's going to get the round of applause from Coach Brian Gentry. And that is their 10th turnover of the half. 3:52 to go second quarter. Scott City up by 16. Coach Brian Gentry goes a little deeper to the bench with Ethan Froh for the first time. And he will replace Avery Radke. Scott City up 29-13, 3:52 to go second quarter. So the big thing for Scott City, they've built up this 16-point lead and an opportunity with Radke and also Rumford with 2 fouls. Get some younger kids in there, get some valuable varsity experience here early in the season when they need a wraparound right corner to Mesa for another 3. That one, no. Bounces off, and the rebound underneath on the backside to Jarbo, his 3rd board of the half. Had a good look, did Mesa. 29-13, 3.5 to go first half. Left side out high to Omar DeBose. Left baseline looking to drive in as Corbett. He throws it away. That's the 11th Coronado turnover of the half. Here's Scott City back the other way with Eloy Ruiz into the front court. Coronado goes man-to-man. Step back by Ruiz. Flips it up top to Brendan Cook. One dribble, then goes to his left to Alex Tarango, or to his right, excuse me. Now bounce pass Ruiz to Froh. He'll pull it back out. 3:08 to go back up top. Scott City resets. 15 to shoot. Kind of a 5-out, or kind of almost a 5-out look for the Beavers. 10 to shoot. Here's Ruiz with it. He'll step back, trying to drive in. That's denied with 7 with 6. Steps back, launches a 3. Short, rebound underneath. Here's Coronado back the other way into the hands of Braden Taylor. He gets stopped at the foul line. Good defense by Fro. They're working over left wing here to Jarboe. 2:40 to go, second quarter. Now left corner. Here's a 3 by DeBose. That is short. Brendan Cook will end up with the rebound for Scott City. 29-13. Scott City with a 16-point lead in the ball. 2.5 to go, second quarter. Up top to Brendan Cook. A couple dribbles to the pass right to Alex Tarango. Now Junior Mesa with it, 20 to shoot. Coronado back to a man-to-man. Now the ball is lost, and Scott City loses it. Turnover number 4. Transition, the layup is good, and Braden Taylor's all 6 of their points in the second quarter. 29-15 with 2:12 to go here before halftime. Pass in the front court. Here's Mesa. He'll drive right baseline, just floats one up, leaves it short. Cook tips it to Alex Tarango, left baseline. Scott City resets. That was a good tip out that time by Mesa. And the Beavers will reset here with minute 50 to go, second quarter. And now Fro looking for the backdoor cut, can't find it. Ball deflected up top. With it is Ruiz, 20 to shoot. So Scott City playing with 2 sophomores, a junior and a senior. Pump fake, 14 to shoot. Here's Alex Tarango looking to drive in. Bounce pass to Ruiz left side. Pump fakes on the 3 with 8 to shoot. Trying to clear it out, 7 with 6. It's isolation driving in. Right side, here's Fro with 2. 1 second, puts up the right elbow jumper. Oh, that one rimming in and out. And the rebound going to Coronado. Had a good look, did Fro. Scott City unable to get the shot there. Minute 15 to go, first half. Beavers on almost a 3-minute drive underneath. A hook shot off the back iron. No, that time for Lisney, and Scott City clears the board. So good defensive stop. 29-13, final minute of this half. Ruelas will take a strong to the right block, and he's going to be called for a travel. That'll be turnover number 5 on Scott City. At the right block with 61 first half seconds remaining. Inbound into Jarboe. A 29-15 Scott City lead. The Beavers haven't scored in the last 3 minutes, but
needs. And join us in cheering on the Beavers.
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
Great Western Tire of Scott City is available for tire repair and replacement, oil changes, tire rotation, balancing, alignment, and bulk fuel delivery to keep your equipment going. They also offer 24-hour emergency service calls. Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. At Deckmart, they offer a variety of quality furniture, including sofas, recliners, lift chairs, dining sets, bars, bar stools, mattresses, and more. They carry GE and Speed Queen appliances and are happy to quickly service what they sell with a local repairman. Great Western Tire and Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. Small-time friendliness with big city service and quality.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott City.
An important safety message brought to you by Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
It's time for the Precision Ag and Seed Halftime Show.
Halftime show once again presented by Precision Ag and Seed. Adam Kadavy with you here from the Garden at Garden City High School here on a Friday afternoon, Friday evening here as Scott City never trailed in this game. They were tied once early on at 4-4. It's been the first time they've been tied this year after teams have scored points. But the Beavers closed out the first quarter on a 13-5 run over the final 5 minutes, took a 17-9 lead. They led 19-11 early second quarter, and then they went on a little 7-0 run. They've led by as many as 16 at 29-13. Did not score for the final 3:57 of the second quarter, but they only gave up 2 points despite that. And it's 29-15 here at intermission. First half scoring looks like this for Scott City. They're the visitors on the scoreboard this afternoon. They were led in scoring. Eloy Ruelas with a couple threes. He has 8. Jackson Rumford had 8. He battled foul trouble for a good chunk of the second quarter. 7 for Junior Mesa. Also 4 for Alex Chirango and 2 for Avery Radke, as the Beavers had 6 turnovers in the first half. Kind of a high mark in the first half for them. They did have, 11 total rebounds unofficially in the first half, 4 steals. Coronado ended up with around, 5, 10, 14 turnovers in the first half. They had 10 rebounds total. They were led in scoring. 5 for Jalen Jarbeau, Omar DeBose, and Braden Taylor of 4. And then the other 2 belong to Joshua Lisney. That's your 15 points for Coronado. 29-15 at the break. Scott City up by 14. We'll come back in another 3 minutes with some more first half stats. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. Visit us online at scottcf.org.
Block went right away out of bounds. So Coronado inbounded in the front court this time. Scott City's played some pretty good defense throughout here this afternoon and evening. Up top with it, here's Banks. Still crosses over dribble, goes to the foul line. Now needs help as he uses up his dribble. Finds a cutter right side, driving in. The layup is good. And Omar DeBose with the basket. He has 6, 29-17. Coronado slashes the lead to 12 here. 7:38 to go. Third quarter. Rumford did not want to try to drive the block and pick up his third foul. Skip pass up top. Here's Ruelas. Coronado in a zone look. Avery Radke back to Ruelas. 7:25 to go, third period. Scott City's first possession. They have 15 to shoot. Right side to Chirango. Underneath to Rumford. He gets pushed in the back, and that might be on Corbett. That'll be his third if that's the case. Scott City, though, has been on a little bit of a scoring drought, a little over 4 minutes. Corbett with his third foul with 7:18 to go third quarter. He had 2 points last night against Garden City. Inbound into Chirango. Shot right side is good off just inside the elbow, and Chirango now in 6. 31-17, 7:10 to go third period, and Scott City gets their first points on their opening trip down the court here in the third period. Banks with it out high. Now up top it goes to Braden Taylor, left side at the wing to Jarbeau. Mesa guarding him right now. Corbett up top, goes right side and off a screen. Here is Banks. He'll fire a 3, leaves it short, and Eloy Ruelas has grabbed another board for Scott City. Beavers up by 14 with the ball, 6:40 to go third quarter. Threads it through, somehow gets to Trango. Then the right corner, here's Ruiz for a triple, just a little strong. And the backside board to Jarboe for Coronado. Scott City almost got themselves another three there. They lead by 14 early third quarter, get it stripped. Oh, that's going to be a reach and foul by Rumford, and that's going to be his third foul. I believe it's going to be on Rumford. And it is. And that time got a little bit too excited. He'll pick up the foul. So Scott City battling some foul trouble with Rumford now with 3. First team foul of the third quarter. And now he has to be extra careful and not pick up the 4th foul. They'll get it in, nobody accounting for Dubois in the right corner. Too strong on the 3, but the rebound. And they're going to get Alex Trango for the undercuts. And that is his 2nd foul. And the team's 2nd. And so Coronado keeps possession, so the Beavers leading by 14. And cut down the little mistakes here, early third quarter here. Still a long ways to go, and did a job by Trango trying to, or he pokes it away, and trying to sell it to the official that it was off of Jarboe, but the official says no, it was not. It was off you, Alex, and it's going to stay Coronado basketball. 1 second comes off the shot clock. 6:22 left third quarter. Inbound in the corner here, Davion Banks catch it and shooting the 3 is Jarboe, too strong. The ball deflected and picked up out high by Coronado, and then Trango will steal it. Trango's going to take it all the way. Pump fakes, big shot, no. Rebound Mesa gets hacked, no foul called, and Scott City will reset it here. Couldn't get the foul call that time. Good Scott City. But they do have the possession. Ruiz steps back with the 3. Too strong, rebound in the hands of Jarboe, and then Avery Radke fouls for the 3rd time as he reached in. That'll be his 3rd foul, so Scott City playing with some foul trouble. 5:56 to go third quarter. Already 3 fouls on Scott City this period. Just 1 on Coronado, but foul trouble starting to become an issue for Scott City with both Radke and Rumford each with 3. Drew Metzger returns to the lineup. Scott City has really struggled scoring here as of late, only up 14. They've only had 2 points over the last 6 minutes, and now in transition, the layup is good, and it's 31-19 as Jarboe with 7. 5:40 to go third quarter, and Scott City's now got a 12-point lead. They get in the front court, and it's going to be knocked out by Corbett. And Scott City maintains possession with 5:36 to go third period. 31-19 your score. Trango will throw it out high to Ruiz, 25 to shoot it. Now to Mesa. Pump fakes on a deep 3, trying to spread out the zone. Miscommunication, and Scott City with turnover number 7. Here's Coronado back the other way, and a whistle, and that's going to be a travel, and that'll be turnover number 17 on the Cougars. Scott City's really struggled here over the last 6 minutes, just 2 points. Coronado only has 6 points. It's a 12-point lead, though, but Scott City needs to get things going. They get in the front court to Junior Mesa. A little stop-and-go hesitation to the left baseline. Nice cut to Rumford, who puts it up, leaves it short. Tipped up and into the hands of Davion Banks. That time the momentum maybe carried Rumford a little too far, and Coronado with the ball, a chance to get it down to 10 with 5 minutes to go third quarter. The defense has been there for Scott City. The offense hasn't. Speaking of defense, there's a steal on a by Trango, drives underneath, dishes to Metzger, pump fakes, goes up, and can't get the bounce to go. And that'll be last touch, they're going to say, by Coronado. It'll be Scott City basketball. Here's Darian Unger returning for the Coronado Cougars. He'll replace Davion Banks, a new 35 for Scott City. 4:53 here in the third. It's been kind of sluggish here as of late. Scott City just 1 point over, or 2 points over the last 7 minutes. They have a 14-point lead. Into Rumford, he'll go up and finally get the bounce to go. He has 10. 33-19, 4:46 to go third quarter. But little adversity is good for the Beavers. Unger almost lost his footing. Does get the pass off, and in the front court, here's Coronado. Jarboe will drive inside, and that'll be a foul on Scott City. Their 4th foul already of the third quarter. With 4:35 to go third quarter. If it's on Trango, that'll be his 3rd as well. Nope, it's going to be on Drew Metzger. That's kind of a break for Scott City. It is their 1st, but correction, just the 3rd. It is, I was right the first time. They haven't put it on the board yet. 4th team foul on Scott City this third quarter. They have not put it up on the scoreboard yet. But a new 35 here with 4:35 to go third quarter. They'll get it in. Jarboe in the right corner. Looking to hand it off. Now we'll step back and launch a 3, and he'll bury it. He has 10. And it's 33-22. Coronado slowly creeping into this one. 4:25 to go third quarter. Ruiz trying to get it across. Does so to Jackson Rumford. Ball deflected and a turnover. Scott City not possessing the basketball very well. Coronado will turn it over. And you get the 33-22 your score, out of bounds. That'll belong to Scott City. Scott City catches a break there after Coronado turns it over for the 19th time. I don't know. I think they're going to try to they need to reset the shot clock as well with 4:12 to go third quarter. I think they got everything set now. But Coronado with 7 points in this quarter. Scott City just 4. And Rumford now to Mesa. He'll take it across the 10-second line as we near the midway point of this third period. Beavers just 4 points in this third quarter, leading it though 33-22. Up top to Jackson Rumford, right side to Alex Tarango. Coronado in a zone defense. Ruiz bounce pass, and no foul call on that one. Bounce pass now to left corner to Drew Metzger. Back up top to Ruiz. 8 to shoot. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. Right corner. Mesa spots up for a corner. 3. Yes, that's a big one. Mesa with 2 threes and 10 points. 36-22. 3:36 to go third quarter, and a much-needed basket for Scott. The 5th team foul of the quarter on Scott City. And it should put Coronado at the foul line, and it does. It'll put Jarbo. He's perfect at the free throw line this year with 1:29 to go third quarter, at least coming into the weekend here. 4 of 4 coming in the tournament, averages 8 points, had 19 last night. Free throw is crawling in. He has 11. He has 6 in this quarter, 38-23. Avery Radke returns in. Also in is going to be Ethan Farrow and Mickey Gossman in for the first time. Jackson Rumford, Drew Metzger, and Junior Mesa all exit. The only ones that stay out there are Ruiz and Alex Tarango. Jarbo with a second free throw coming up. Coronado now just 1 of 2 at the line and make it 2 of 3. And Jarbo has 12, 38-24, 1:29 to go third quarter. A little pressure in the backcourt by the Cougars. Ruiz surveys. Bullet pass behind the defenses. Tarango in transition. The layup is good. Tarango with a 40-24 with 1:17 to go third quarter. That was a good quarterback play that time, and the home run ball. Unger with it out high and gets stolen away by Tarango, but it hit the official, and back it goes back to Coronado. The shot clock did not reset. Final minute of the third quarter, so no official exchange of possession there. Unger with it, ball fake, and almost lost it, but now into the hands of DeBose. 15 to shoot, 50 seconds to go third quarter. Scott City up 40-24. Coronado with the basketball. They're working around the horn left wing. Here's Taylor up top. Unger will launch a 3. He'll be a little strong on that one, but the rebound in the hands of Taylor and then stolen away. 22nd Coronado turnover. Unger had a good look up top. Scott City gets the basketball back, up by 16. About 4.5 seconds between game clock and shot clock. Gossman with the dribble at high, now hands it off. Here's Avery Radke, goes left to Ethan Farrow. Up top left wing to Eloy Ruiz, 15 to shoot, 20 on the game clock, third quarter, 40-24 is your score. And then we get a push out high, that'll be on Omar DeBose, his second. Just the second Coronado foul in the third quarter, excuse me. And so the shot clock will be shut off here to final 16 seconds. And the Beavers with an opportunity as they bring in Junior Mesa and Jackson Rumford for their starting 5. But not only get the final basket, hopefully in to close the third quarter, but it'll be their ball to begin the fourth quarter if there's no tie-up. Inbound into Alex Tarango. Tarango will pull it, throw it up top to Ruiz with 10 seconds to go, holds it. Not enough for now a pick and roll here. Ball deflected, tipped up, and it's going to go out of bounds. That'll be last touch by Coronado with 3.8 to go third quarter. And now Ethan Farrow and Mickey Gossman will return to the lineup. And Rumford and I believe Avery Radke will exit. Double team, works around it. Now dish it right side, but they're going to call him for a travel. Turnover number 10 on Scott City, and 7:49 to go. Coronado with the ball down 16, 40-24. Little things here today. Scott City's hurt themselves. They'll have a lot to clean up in 24 hours here against Garden City. Nice trap in the backcourt with it now Braden Taylor, and that's going to be a 10 count in Scott City. Good defense in the backcourt, and that'll be 22nd Coronado Cougar turnover. It's a team that's averaging right around 21 a game, so Scott City's put them north of 21 today. 7.5 to go. With it is Eloy Ruelas, right corner. Avery Radke pump fakes on 3, drives in out top to Ruelas, turns down the 3, quickly guarded by Banks. 7:25 to go. Now working around the horn left side to Tarango, ball fake, and now left baseline. Here's Rumford. He'll drive in and he'll draw the holding foul. That'll be on Joshua Lisney, his second, team foul number 1 of the fourth quarter. 7:18 to go in this one. 40 for Scott City, 24 for Coronado. Reset of the shot clock, left corner to Tarango. They get it up top to Rumford, now to Mesa. His straightaway triple is bouncing off, and the rebound to John Corbett for the Cougars. First minute of this fourth quarter. Good look for Mesa, trying to get his third 3 of the night, unable to successfully hit that one. Working around the perimeter right wing to Braden Taylor. Taylor up top, around to Avion Banks. He gets a poke from behind. Good defense by Mesa, and then Scott City will turn it right back over as the teams exchange steals and turnovers. Now driving in left lane line and losing. Oh, they're going to draw a blocking foul at Jackson Rumford. Jeez. Tough break on Scott City. That's Rumford's 4th foul now with 6:47 to go. Brian Gentry is going to keep him in for the time being. First team foul on Scott City in this fourth quarter. Banks kind of stumbled into Rumford, but the official says Rumford committed the contact. Now in the paint, it goes to Lisney over Rumford. No, Rumford just stands straight up, and the rebound to Scott City. Just like, I can't foul. Beavers with the ball up 16. That's been their largest lead. Tarango up top to Mesa, left corner to Eloy Ruelas. 6:30 to go in this fourth quarter. Feels like a large enough lead for Scott City, but yet you don't want to let up. Being patient as well. Coronado making him earn the possessions here. 10 to shoot. Up top to Mesa, left side to Tarango. He'll drive the left baseline. Give and go to Avery Radke. Didn't see it. Now Rumford has it. Now we'll pull it out. Rumford. Here's Mesa with the deep through. The shot clock winding down. Oh, in and out. And the rebound loose. That's last touch by Coronado, as that time Lisney had it stripped and he couldn't handle it. Scott City will get the ball back here with 6:05 to go. So Coronado has made Scott City. What? They're going to call an offensive foul on Avery Radke, and now that is his 4th foul with 4:59 to go. So Scott City, their second team foul of the fourth quarter. Radke with 4 fouls, Rumford with 4 fouls. No scoring yet in the first 3 minutes. It hasn't been a pretty start to this fourth quarter. Scott City on a 4-minute drought, almost at 4.5 minutes. Same with Coronado, and then losing the ball out of bounds. Saved in a play, though, is to the Cougars. Pull-up jumper in the paint is good. For Taylor, he has 6, and it's 40-26 now with 4:40 to go in this one. So Coronado with the first points in over 4 minutes for them. Actually 5 minutes, almost 5 minutes. Scott City close to a 5-minute drought run for Knights. Give and go to Radke. His layup is spinning off, but he draws a foul. Nice give and go that time. That foul will be on Jarbeau, his second, and already the 4th team foul of the period on Coronado. 2 free throws for Radke. Just 2 points for him tonight, coming in averaging 12 through 2 games. Free throw, good. First free throws for the Beavers since the first quarter, and they push their lead back up to 41-26 with 4:25 to go. So that breaks close to a 5-minute scoring drought for Scott City. And he sinks to both 42-26. So Brody Steckline will check in for Radke, who shoots Scott City's first free throws since the first quarter. And now it'll be Brendan Cook in for Jackson Rumford, who exits with 4 fouls. 4:25 to go in this one. 42-26, both teams with just 2 points. Those come in the last 15 or so seconds. The Beavers have done it with defense this afternoon, forcing 26 turnovers. Stop and pop 3 by Jarbeau, and that's good. He has 15. And Coach Cody Bernbeck burns a timeout with 4:14 to go, 42-29, and Coronado just like that, 2 within 13. We'll step aside for 1 minute. This is Beaver basketball.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we're excited to offer Pivot Bio, your nitrogen solution for better plant health, stronger ROI, and sustainable farming. Through biological nitrogen fixation, Pivot Bio delivers nitrogen directly to your crops, reducing the need for synthetic fertilizers. Proudly supporting Scott County athletics, Red Barn Enterprises is committed to your farm's success and our community's future. Choose Red Barn Enterprises and Pivot Bio for a more profitable tomorrow.
The dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting our customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
.414 remaining in this one, 42-29. Scott City with the lead, but Coronado just drained a 3 moments ago. They both Scott City and Coronado have 2 timeouts remaining. It'll get into Rumford at half court out of the timeout. Still holds it now, puts it on the floor. And up top it goes to Eloy Ruiz. Scott City back with their starting 5. Radke and Rumford playing with 4 fouls apiece. Now to Rumford. 4 minutes to go in this one. Nice dish underneath. Here's Ruiz off the glass. It's good. Ruiz with double figures with 10, 44-29. Great set play, not by Coach Gentry out of the timeout. 3:50 to go. The pass is going to be knocked away. And out of bounds it'll belong to the Cougars with 28 to shoot as they'll bring in Hank Kelly. And he will replace John Corbett, who has 4 fouls. Also, Brody Steckline, Brendan Cook in. They'll replace Radke and Rumford, who exit with 4 fouls. 15-point Scott City lead, 3:49 to go. They've led by as many as 16, 28 to shoot. Coronado kicks it into Jarboe, left corner. He'll step out. Now entry feed in the left block to Lisney. Turn on hook shot over Cook. Got it. The Cougars have hit their last 3 shots, 44-31, 3:38 to go in this one as they apply a little pressure in the backcourt. Now bounce pass to Tarango. Scott City needs to get it across to avoid the 10 count, and they do with a second to spare. Tarango with it up top. Needs help, hands it off to Eloy Ruiz. 3:25 to work. Ruiz drives in, kicks it left corner to Junior Mesa for a 3. Will it get in there? Yes, it will. Mesa with another 3. He has 13 and a big one, 47-31. Scott City's been able to answer here each shot by Coronado as we approach 3 minutes to go in this one. Pass underneath, and the layup is bouncing in. Lisney with back-to-back baskets, 47-33 as we approach 3 minutes to go. Scott City up by 14. Ruelas with it in the front court, has not exited yet tonight. Up top with it is Junior Mesa. Mesa surveys right side to Steckline. Back up top to Ruelas, and now to Alex Tarango. Coronado goes man. 18 to shoot. Tarango trying to put it on the floor. He'll drive in strong, hangs high up the glass. No, but Cook with the follow. He's got his first varsity points on the putback and one. With 2:41 to go, 49-33. That'll be the 3rd foul on Joshua Lisney. With 2:41 to go, Scott City once again matches their largest lead, 49-33. That's a 5th team foul in the 4th quarter. So Cook, who just got his first varsity points moments ago, looking to get his first free throw. He's 0 for 2. Those were against Hoisington last week. And it's a little strong, but Rumford gets the rebound tipped to himself. And Scott City will fire a 3. No for Eloy Ruelas, and the rebound into the hands of Lisney for Coronado. But Scott City back up by 13. They've been able to match every answer. 3 blocked by Tarango on Jarboe, but Jarboe gets the rebound, pulls up at the paint, and now up top. Left side, here's Taylor, guarded tightly by Rumford, who has 4 fouls. 2:15 to go, a 16-point Scott City lead. Coronado with the ball, 15 to shoot. Entry feed the right block. Here's Lisney, wrap around Jarboe for a left corner 3, short. Rebound in the hands of Rad.